Hey, what is going on? I wanted to share this. I've been wanting to share this because I just kind of came across this the other day. I'd even told Lexi about it, and it's a very, very discouraging podcast stat of mine. And dude, I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like I already talked about this. Did I talk about this? No, I didn't. Why don't we go to Notion and check? What the fuck did I talk about? Podcast? Nope, haven't talked about it. Cool. So listen to this. Let me pull up the stats. All-time listens, okay? So let me preface this by saying that Lexi has listened to every single episode, and that is, I think, as of right now, I'm talking episodes, not numerical, not numbered episodes. Episodes and as a whole, because we have a couple B's and C's, okay? There's, I think, 621 episodes. Lexi's listened to all of them. That's 621 listens for her. My aunt has listened to, I would say, at least half. So there's at least 300. So we'll just round up. We'll just say it's 1,000 listens, okay? So I'm going to preface it with that. I have, as of right now today, as at Monday, June 2nd, 8:39 p.m., I have 6,714 total downloads. Total. And a download, I believe, is 1 minute of listening. How many individual unique people have listened to the show? 4,616, okay? So that means when you factor in Lexi and my aunt, that means out of the 6,700 downloads that I've gotten, if you want to make, or whatever the math would be, subtract the difference from my aunt and my girlfriend Lexi, that would mean that 5,700 downloads have come from 4,600 people, which means the average person that comes to my show listens to 1.1 episodes and then pieces the fuck out. Actually, it doesn't mean that. Yeah, that's what it means. 1.2-ish. So the average person, my average listener, listens to one episode and pieces the fuck out. And I know that's not true for every single one, but if we're throwing averages out there, that's what it is. Because right now, if you just do the math right now with just the numbers, and there's no aunt, there's no Lexi, 6,700 downloads divided by 4,616 listeners is 1.45. The average person that comes to the show listens to 1.5 episodes and then says, "This is ass." 1.5 episodes, dude. I have no retention whatsoever. When I came across this stat, I was like, "Oh my fuck, that blows." I'm ass. I think that if I got an intro that was very descriptive and very quick, punchy, maybe something like that, maybe I'd get more listeners. I don't know. Maybe it would help if I had some kind of presence on social media. Maybe it would help if I had something else other than the podcast, because right now that's all I've got. I have no proof of anything else. I don't have anything, and that's fine. And I'm not going to give up and stop. That's no shit. But dude, fuck, that blows, dude. It blows now, but later on, this is going to be one of the coolest stats that I can say. Like, hey, I recorded 621 episodes of a podcast, and the average person listened to 1.5 episodes, then dipped, never came back. So that's cool for the story later, and it goes back to what I said from the start. I'm not making this for any other reason than to document the journey and to share where I'm at right now. Because if Andy Frisella did this, or David Goggins did this, Joe Rogan did this, dude, just anybody of that caliber, if they did this, I would be all over it, dude. Alex Hormozy, Chris Williams, dude, I would be all over this. So I have to hold true. I have to stick it out. I believe this will be something crazy one day. I believe it with all my heart. There's nobody else that's doing this, at least publicly, that I know of. And hopefully I'm wrong, because I'd love to connect with those people. So if you know who they are, then let me know, please. Oh, interesting. I can see how many. Oh, interesting. So I just clicked on the listeners, and I can see how many listeners I got from each month. Okay, so it says the total number of daily listeners. So what the fuck is a listener? A listener. What is a listener? Who? Choose a date range for all stats and charts below except user retention. Interaction as the number of downloads. Compare performance. Let's just try episodes. Is it this? I don't know, dude. I'm sure this is fine. So listeners, we had the most ever unique individuals listen to the show last month. Actually, that was our best month. We had 546 unique people. Yeah, that's almost 20 people a day? 546 divided by 30. 18 unique individuals checked out the show on average every day last month. This is May of 2025. That's a lot of unique people that said ass, and then they never listened to the show again. Now, maybe it's more. I don't know. But that's what we got. So downloads, it was actually our second best month. So actually, okay, so our best month was October 2024. And the amount of listeners that we had that month was not even in the top 5 of the most unique people that listened. So that month we had a lot of recurring listeners. So what the fuck happened in October, dude? What happened in October? Let's click on it and see. All right, just don't load. It's fine. So that month we had 2 Nito episodes. So this is around episode... This is in the 350, 300 range of episodes. I'm not seeing anything crazy on here. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything that stands out, just the Nito episodes. So that's, I don't know. Anyway, I came across that stat and I was like, wow, that fucking sucks. That doesn't blow. That sucks, dude. Bummer. It's okay. Truthfully speaking, that is just, it's just shitty to know that that's the truth of the show. But either I can do better, or I can make a better intro, or I can do better at, I don't know, bro. The truth is, I'm just recording to record and document. Anything that happens, in the meantime, fuck yeah. Anything that doesn't, fuck yeah. All right. Also, I'm listening to music. It's kind of loud. If you can hear it, then I'm sorry. Don't listen to the show. No wonder why retention's so low. So there's that. Now let's segue into something else. Yesterday I made a episode, and it was titled "I'm Now a Six-Figure Earner," and I didn't even explain for the history books that this is probably only going to be until October 8th. After that, I lose my full-time job pay, and I'm probably going to go back down to probably 50, 60 grand a year, because that's what I was at without Mina or PT Dom, right? So that's only going to be for the next 4 months, unless I can figure something else out. But for the time being right now, that is true. I'm now a six-figure earner. So I guess technically it's not true, because that means per year. I'm not going to be making that per year. But I don't know. So that's cool. I should probably change that to unofficial, because there will be an episode in the future where that's going to be the real title. I am now officially, I guess that's what it'll be. I just got a notification that says attempted dog theft. Probably not. All good. For my Ring camera. So yeah, there's that. Also, another depressing or discouraging stat is that I remade my entire financial spreadsheet, which it's quite a fucking beast. It's got everything. It calculates everything per month. It's that same spreadsheet that when I edit something, I can see how much money I'll have given everything stays the same, up to 2029, 2030, 2031, if I wanted to. And it's simple because all I do is make a year's worth and I drag it down and I can make as many years as I want. But I remade this, updated everything to the best of my ability, added in some columns for saving money, added in some columns for paying debt off, because that is my number one focus right now as far as finances go, is just paying my shit off. That way, when I move in with Lexi, things are just much better for us both. And it just increases the likelihood that I don't have to get a 9-to-5 job. And truth is, I probably should go to FedEx part-time right now. I probably should. Part of me wants to just make this shit happen and use every bit of time that I can to work on this and make it a reality. Because, dude, I don't know. It's romantic to say that I don't need to work. I don't need the guaranteed money of working FedEx right now. I'm going to work on my own shit for the next however many years with belief that it will take off and it will work. So I'm going to make no money for the next 3 years, maybe even longer, so that I can make a shit ton after that. So it's romantic to think that. It's very poetic to say that, but I just have to make it work. So that's what we'll do. And if I don't, then you'll have voice cracks galore and probably, 2,000 episodes of a podcast showing you what not to do. So there you go. Other thing that I'm just kind of rapid firing here. The other thing that I was looking into was, hold on one second. And we're back. I had to shut my blinds and then turn my light on, and shit was just getting a little bit too dark to where it was like people could see me. I don't know. I'm weird about that shit. Anyway, so I was just trying to figure out ways that I could do this, which is I want to find a way to really categorize and use AI pretty hardcore to summarize, to tag, to categorize, to tie things together, to link episodes together, to find episodes where I talk about another one, linked out together, show that in the show notes or something like that with every episode that I have recorded. So, for example, if I said episode 1, I talked about blah, 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 that right there should be tagged as in the bottom of this show, in the show notes, it would say, he talked about episode 1 and, shit like that. So the purpose behind that is so that I can make a big timeline of when things happened in, this big documentation, this big journey. So that way it's just very easy to jump around to figure out, what to listen to based on what I said. So I know there's numerous times where I say, back on episode 301B. I know that one off the top of my head. That's when I quit my job at FedEx. And I reference that one a lot. So I'd like to have some kind of table or chart or tag or category or something that says episode 301B has been referenced in these episodes. That way I can listen to 301B, hear that, and then I can, or, in the reverse, which is the future. So every episode before 301B that I talk about whatever's in 301B, which is quitting my job at FedEx, that would be linked as in, hey, I finally did it. Check it out. It's 301B, whatever. That is one hefty ass project. I don't even know where I would start. I don't even know how I would go about solving that problem for free, I should say. So I'll figure that out. I don't know where the fuck. I don't know. But I really want to do that. I think the sooner that I can start that, the better. But also, if AI is super powerful, maybe that I can just do everything that I just said in like 25 minutes, I don't know. Either way, want to get it done. It's another thought that I had. And yeah. What else was there? Oh, yeah. So I remade my whole finance sheet. Remade everything. And what I discovered was that when I add in the savings, when I add in the savings for taxes, when I add in how much money I'm going to pay, when I add in just everything, and I updated everything, I changed how many hours I work for Brian. So my goal, right? So if I go to, let me pull it up real quick. So if I go to Operation 27K, my goal for Mina right now is to work 2 hours. And I do that because that's the max I can work, but it's also like I love everything I do for Mina right now. So that is so easy to get. He actually texted me this morning and he said, "Hey, did you log in this morning?" And I'm like, "Yes." But dude, it would be a miracle if I didn't, because I love this shit. But for PT Dom, I need to get, as far as hours go, I need to get about 5 hours to make up my income goal. Now, that's fine. I mean, that's a hefty goal as far as hours go for PT Dom. But when I averaged how many hours I worked in April and how many hours I worked in, why the fuck is that? When I averaged how many hours I worked in April and in May, so my total in April was 47.8. My total in May was 38.5. That's fine. I mean, it's ass, but it's fine. My average per day worked is 4.5 for April, and my average per day worked in May is 3.2, which means of the day, I mean, I don't need to say it, but of the days that I worked, when I worked, I averaged 4.5 hours in April, and of the days that I worked in May, I averaged 3.2. That's not every day of the month. Every day of the month average for April is 1.6 ass. For May, every single day averaged 1.3. Worse ass. So if I'm looking to get 5 hours a day for PT Dom, 5 hours a day, dude, holy shit. It's 35 hours a week, and I would have to, oh shit, what would that be for 30 days? Which is 150. I guess it's pretty easy math. So I'd have to get 150 hours. So it seems like when I work, I'm averaging pretty, well, in April when I work, I'm averaging pretty close to what I need. In May, I'm averaging a little less, a little above half of what I need. So I just need to work every day. I just need projects to do. I need shit going on. I need shit going on. If I do not, it's not the end of the world, but I will not reach this goal of 27K. I just won't. I just will not reach that. Which sucks, dude. I want to hit this. So what I actually did was I broke this goal down into kind of different. So how it was categorized before, or not categorized, how it was kind of charted up was, in order for me to get out of debt, I got to pay off one of the loans that I have. I got to pay off my car, and then I got to pay off all my credit cards. And rather than saying credit cards all in one, I just pretty much just kind of broke it up, and I found the most expensive one, and that one is $96 a month. And I was like, okay, how much do I owe? It's $2,700. So I was like, okay, my loan is $3,000, and I'm going to free up $200 a month. This other credit card is $2,700, and it's going to free up about $100 a month. So as far as freeing up money goes, that is a good call to work on that one rather than my car next. So I broke it up a little bit, and the goal for this month is just to make the system work, because I'm not going to have enough money to pay off anything by the end of just 1 month. So by the end of next month, though, or by halfway through next month, I'm going to have enough to pay off the loan and hopefully all of the credit card, because we get extra paycheck next week or next month. And yeah, so by by mid-August, I'll have the loan and the credit card paid off, which frees up $300 a month. So that helps quite a bit, obviously. And then September rolls around. I think I'll just be able to have more credit cards paid off, so that amount will still go down. I'm not going to have a car paid off. I'm just not prioritizing the car right now. But that's that. And then October rolls around, and then my expenses drop because of moving in with Lexi. So rent's going to go down. I don't know how we're going to split utilities and stuff like that. I'm not really worried, but rent will go down. I know it will. Oh, it's only going to go down. It just depends on how much. I'm assuming about $400. So that's the plan there. So when we get to that point, let's see, if I'm looking, okay, so when we get to that point, and if I just maintain, okay, so when I get to the point where I don't have my job anymore, which is in October, but if we just go forward a month to November, I'm negative again. I'm negative $138 a month. Oh, it looks like I'm more negative. How does this work? Oh, so it looks like I'm negative about $500 a month. Certain months I have the extra week for me to pay, but that's that. And I guess technically I'm not negative because I am saving about $800 a month. If I wasn't saving anything, I wouldn't be negative. Oh, wait, no, that's... Wait, what? No, that's right. So if I didn't save anything, I would be positive. Let's just see. Yeah, I'd be positive if I wasn't saving. So I'm positive. I'm just in the negative because I'm forcing myself to save money, which is, I guess, is not a bad thing. So I guess what I'm trying to get at here is that as long as I maintain the out... Okay, I think it's official. Did we just crack the code here? Is this official now? I think now it's 100% official. As long as I pay off the loan and the credit card in that order when I can, it's official, dude. It is 100% official. As long as I pay those off, then as long as I pay those off and I maintain the hours with Brian and Mina, which is for Brian 1.5 a day every day, and then for Mina it's 2 hours a day every day. As long as I maintain that, bro, that doesn't make fucking sense. Hold on. 1,800. I guess it does make sense. I guess when you subtract rent, you pay off two things and you reduce the... So when you drop rent by 400 and then you... What? I'm going to say this out loud so you guys can see. So if I don't increase hours with Mina this whole year, which I will, but if I don't, 450 is for 1 week. 450 and 450 and 450 and 450. So 450 times 4 is 1,800. 1,800 plus 1,400 from PT Dom once a month is 3,200. Bills for the month are 3,054. So saying that out loud clarifies it. Okay. So I thought I just fucked up and did math all wrong. So anyway, back to what I was saying, as long as the hours stay the same with Mina and as long as the hours stay the same with Brian, or if I quit PT Dom because they said they're going to get rid of me in September. I don't think they will, but if they did, if that's what happens, plan for the worst, right? Wait. Plan for the worst. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. Is that what the saying is? I don't know. As long as that happens, then I do not have to get a job again because I'll be working for Mina and for Brian. Dude, this doesn't, in my head, doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up because how the fuck am I surviving off of 4 hours of work a day? What? I mean, it's literally every day. I guess that's the only difference. It's $120 a day times 30, 3,600. What's going on here? That's even with saving the money. So I'm saving 20% of everything. I'm really confused right now. I think it's just because I'm not paying taxes, and that's why. No, because I'm saving the money. That would be the difference. That is the tax money that I'm being. Interesting. Either way, it is official. I do not have to get a job. As long as this shit keeps up, I don't have to get a job again. So I kind of got a little goosebumps right there because that's kind of cool, right? I don't have to get a job again if I don't want to. Should I? Maybe, get an extra $2,000 a month just working weekends. I don't know. $2,000 a month. What the fuck did I just say? Yeah, that'd be right. If I do $1,600 a month, tax it's about $1,200. An extra $1,200 a month. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to work FedEx more. No, it's fine. I do want to, dude. If I'm being honest, I do want to work one more FedEx shift. I don't know how I would go about doing that because all my shit for FedEx has expired. I can't just go get hired at a contractor, work one day, But I am still in cahoots with 2 contractors that I'm sure could make it happen for me if I wanted to. I don't know how that'd work though, because that is a big boo-boo if you get caught without being, it's not licensed, but just certified or qualified or in the system, whatever. But I do just want to do one more shift. I don't even remember my last shift with FedEx, and it's just bummer. I don't know. Just want to close that chapter officially. I still feel like there might be, I don't know. Anyway, I just need to keep on doing what I'm doing right now because I've reached a point now where I don't have to get another job. I know my hours with Mina will increase. My bet is that it'll be in 2 to 3 weeks because he just went on vacation. He's not on vacation to go to Italy. And I'm gonna play this. I'm not trying to expose him, but he's a funny guy. So he says this.
What is going on, guys? So, in case you missed it, I have officially canceled all one-on-ones and team meetings this week, and probably next week as well. I am away. So, if you guys need anything at all, let me know. Otherwise, to be completely frank, I am on vacation, and I love each and every one of you guys, and I love the team, and you guys know how much I love what I do. But I am on vacation. So, unless something's on fire, I trust that you guys can figure it out 100%. If you're extremely unsure, sure, message me and you're never going to bother me. But I also want you guys to be very independent in your thinking. And, each and every one of you guys, I trust each and every one of you guys in your roles. So if you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, if it's not on fire, figure it out. You got this.
This is a very professional way of saying, hey, don't fucking bother me. I'm going on vacation. God damn it. That's what he said. So with that being said, I'm going to just not message him at all. Unless I have to. There might be a time where, because I'm close to finishing all the onboarding and all the shit for everybody to actually start using stuff. So maybe I'll message him then. But maybe it'll be cool if he came back and I was like, hey, dude, everything is good to go. We got to get these people on here. We're ready to rock and roll. We're ready to fire, So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But I know the hours will go up. I know they will. At least to 3 hours. They've got to be. There's no way he's going to say, a couple, 20 minutes extra. There's no way. It's going to be at least 3 hours a day, at least. At least. So that is going to bump the pay up $210 a week. So let me, just because I'm a visual person here. So if I work 2 hours a day, $30 an hour. All right, what's going on? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I doubt we'll ever reach the 8 mark, but for the sake of the shits here, times, dude, this fucking thing, E22. What number? The fuck? Okay. And this is, I gotta do this per week, dude. Why is it, dude? Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry at all. This is my fucking show. Okay, so if I did 2 hours a day, which is what I do now, times up by 7, I'm getting $420 a week. If I just boosted that, dude, let's do this by month as well. For fuck sakes. It keeps on putting it as a month. Why, dude? The cell is not a month. It's a number. Fuck. Okay, so 2 hours a day is about $16.80 a month. 3 hours per day ups it by $700 at $25.20. 4 hours a day boosts it up to $33.60 a month. I meant $25.20 a month, I don't know what I said. Who gives a shit? So that right there is enough to support me. So as long as I work 4 hours a day, I should work way more than that, If I worked 8 hours a day, I'd be getting $67.20 a month. I don't think I'll reach that, but whatever. So my goal, dude, if I could just get 4 hours, if we could just get 4 hours a day from Mina, that would be a game changer, and that would just be sick. 5 hours a day would be $4,200 a month. 6 hours a day would be $50.40 a month. 7 hours a day would be $58.80 a month. 8 hours a day would be $67.20 a month. And if we just want to keep this going because I'm curious. Okay, well, all good. Let's keep this going down. Hold on. 9 hours a day would be $75.60. 10 hours a day would be $8,400. Is that right? Yep. 11 hours a day, $92.40. 12 hours a day, $10,880. And 13 hours a day would be $10,920. And I'm not going to do that. I just like seeing that shit. It's kind of cool to me. So, why did I say that? Yeah, so my prediction is in 2 weeks. This is what I'm talking about, going back to the podcast thing. If I say my prediction is in 2 weeks, I would like it to somehow just know that I'm saying that and then forecast 2 weeks in the future. So I click on that episode and see, was I correct? Was I wrong? I don't know. So my prediction is, so if anybody knows that and you're listening, please let me know. But, so my prediction is in 2 weeks, I'm going to be put at 3 hours a day, hopefully 4. If it's 4, then oh boy, dude, we're fucking set. But hopefully it's 4, but my bet is 3. And that's going to speed up the get out of debt project. I definitely not going to be hitting 27K unless I work 5 hours for Brian every single day, in which I just won't because I don't have the projects to do. I'll have to figure something else out. I'll have to like clear it that I'm working on some big project and I'm clearing it, getting permission. Hey, I'm going to work on this project. This is what this project's going to do, blah, 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 stuff like that. And then just work on that. I don't know. But maybe what I need to do is just get enough money for me to, hit my goals, whatever, and then spend the rest of the time really working on shit for the future. Now, right now, I just want to teach what I know to further my understanding. And I feel like I've said this 100 times. It sounds so repetitive, but that's just what I want to do because I'm having a good time doing it. So that's all that. So I think this is the importance of data. I think this is just the importance of everything, spreadsheet, Excel, because I wouldn't have known any of this if I didn't make the spreadsheet to see all the data, to see when and how and the amounts of when and how much that would free up in the future. And so I think this is a really valuable skill to have, or just, for me, it's a very valuable obsession to have because I think this shit is so much fun. It's dangerous. And I'm kind of, in a way, making this for businesses so they can see all their data for their business, for their marketing, for their students, whatever the case may be. And so that's where we're at. With this whole spreadsheet, this thing's going to change. I'm going to change a lot of it actually in October because I'm going to have to remove all the full-time job income, remove that whole column, remove all that entirely. I've got a lot of formulas set up for that. Also going to change a little bit about, I guess that would be it. But it's set up on 3 incomes right now. I won't have 3. Also, rent's going to go down. Some shit's going to be paid off. So I got to change it. It's fine. It's meant to be changed. But I don't really think I have anything else. And then to be 100% transparent, just so you know where I'm at, the thought of having to copy the transcript, paste it, summarize, copy it. Dude, I don't want to. I want to go like this. Pause, done. That would be a dream. I need to get some income so I can hire somebody to do this shit for me, dude. That would be fucking sick. BQ Ventures, dude. Working for BQ Ventures. That's me. See? I said BQ Ventures right now. I want to have some kind of tag that says every time I said BQ Ventures, this is the episode. I just want some mega hub of all, just to clarify what I said, mega, MEGA, hub of all the shit in one spot of all things podcast. So if anybody can help me out with that, please let me know. Okay, that's it. That's all for today. Love you guys. Peace.